Big Feelings, Little Porch, by Jasheena Shelton. YaVonne sat on the front porch, her legs tucked beneath her little mahogany legs like folded wings. The wooden boards creaked softly beneath her, warmed by the afternoon sun. Her hair was styled in two puffy buns separated by one black beaded cornrow, each one bouncing slightly as she leaned forward to speak to her best friend, Tortuga, her big pet tortoise. Tortuga didn't talk much, he mostly blinked and listened. And YaVonne liked that about him. He never interrupted, never rushed her, and always seemed to understand things without needing words. "Mama says I'm quiet today," YaVonne whispered, tracing circles on her sketchpad with a purple crayon. "But I'm not just quiet, I'm sad." She looked down at Tortuga, who blinked once slowly. "Sad is a big feeling," she continued. "It's like trying to carry a whole basket of laundry up the stairs and dropping socks everywhere. Or like when your heart feels heavy, but you don't know how to put it down." The wind rustled the porch curtains. Inside the house, grown-up voices floated through the screen door. They were whispering again. YaVonne had learned that whispers usually meant something serious, something grown-ups didn't want little ears to hear. She had heard words like hospital, not much time, funeral, and dying. She didn't know exactly what those words meant, but she knew they had something to do with Grandma. Grandma hadn't come to visit in a long time. She hadn't braided YaVonne's hair or told her bedtime stories or made her famous sweet potato pie with no recipe, just love and a dash of cinnamon. "I miss her," YaVonne said, her voice trembling like a leaf in the wind. She's the one who tells all the stories. She knows the one about the dancing church shoes and the time Uncle Ray got stuck in the tree trying to rescue a cat that wasn't even stuck. Tortuga blinked again. "She's the one who says every family has a storyteller, baby. That's how we remember who we are." YaVonne hugged her knees and stared at the sky. It was the kind of blue that made you think of Grandma's favorite dress, the one with the tiny white flowers and the buttons shaped like stars. "I heard Auntie say Grandma might not get better," YaVonne whispered. "She said something about saying goodbye, but I don't want to say goodbye. I want to say see you soon, or come braid my hair tomorrow." She felt tears prick the corners of her eyes, but she didn't let them fall. Instead, she stood up and walked inside. Tortuga tried to follow slowly, his shell scraping gently against the porch. YaVonne returned with a shoebox, some glue, scissors, old photographs, fabric scraps, and a handful of crayons. She sat back down and began to work. "I'm going to make a memory box," she told Tortuga. "I'll put all the stories I remember inside. That way, even if Grandma can't tell them anymore, they won't disappear." She glued a photo of Grandma laughing in the kitchen, her hands covered in flour. She added a church bulletin from last Easter, a braid of yarn that looked like the ones Grandma used to twist into her hair, and a drawing of the two of them sitting under the big oak tree in the backyard. She wrote a note on a piece of pink paper. "Grandma's laugh sounds like sunshine, warm. Her stories smell like cinnamon. Her hugs feel like home comfort." Tortuga nudged the box gently with his nose. "I think sadness is like a cloudy day," YaVonne said. "But love is like the sun. Even when you can't see it, it's still there. And maybe stories live in love too." She looked at Tortuga and smiled just a little. "Thanks for listening," she said. "Even little people like me carry big feelings, but we also carry big love and big stories." The sun dipped lower in the sky, casting golden light across the porch. YaVonne hummed a tune Grandma used to sing, soft and sweet like a lullaby wrapped in honey. She placed the memory box beside her sketchpad and leaned back against the porch railing. Tortuga settled beside her, quiet and steady. And in that moment, with the wind whispering through the trees and the sky painted in Grandma's favorite shade of blue, YaVonne felt something new. Not just sadness, but hope. Hope that stories could live in boxes and drawings and songs. Hope that love could stretch across hospital rooms and whispered prayers. Hope that even when grown-ups didn't think little people understood, their hearts were already learning how to carry the big things. YaVonne closed her eyes and whispered to the sky, "I'll remember, Grandma. I promise." And the porch, the tortoise, and the wind all listened.